If you can eliminate these 3 things from your life, you will never need to suffer again. As someone that's been on their personal growth and healing journey for the last 8 years, I can honestly say with confidence that these 3 things are the cause of almost all, if not all, of your suffering. And when you can heal and let these things go, you will create so much joy, happiness, fulfillment, success, abundance, and everything else you've ever wanted into your life with so much more ease and speed. Hi, I'm Kirsty Elizabeth. I am a certified mindset coach and energy healer, and I help women release the subconscious patterns that are holding them back and rewire their identity and energy so they can recode their reality. So I actually have this little printout that is stuck on my shelf so I can see it every single day as a reminder, because I don't think any of us can ever really reach that state where it becomes effortless. It's always something we've got to work towards, always something we've got to remind ourselves to release. So the first thing on here, creating all our suffering, is attachment. When we become so attached to a result, to something we're trying to create in our business, to a relationship we want to bring in, to an amount of money, it's usually because we have so much fear that we're not going to have it. There's a feeling that we might not be good enough, that we'll never be good enough. There's a feeling that we have to strive and try hard, and we end up putting the things that we want on a pedestal, and we end up chasing them. What happens when you chase something? What happens when you chase a dog? What happens when you chase a kid? They run away from you. What happens when you chase a guy or a girl? It immediately creates resistance, and they're like, no, thank you. Anything we chase, anything that we are clinging to, anything that we need, anything that we feel like we have to have in order to validate ourselves, to validate our worth, to be good enough, to be successful enough, to be happy enough. Anything that we put that amount of pressure on is never going to come into our lives. We are repelling it at the most deepest energetic and identity level. It's just impossible. And even if we did achieve it, even if we did get that relationship, that client, that business success, that money that we wanted, it wouldn't last because we're holding on so tight with fear. When we attract things into our life, we want to feel worthy of them. We want them to feel normal to us. We have to normalize how it would feel. So we have to see ourselves as the version of us that already has it. If we don't identify with ourselves as being someone that can have it, we'll never have it. It's always going to create the gap. And just holding on, and I know from so many lessons I've had around attachment, the results, the money, the clients, the success, the material things, right? And it's because we're in a society that's been conditioned this way. And if you are an entrepreneur, and if you are building an online business, then the internet's flooded with what it can be like. And you often end up comparing yourself and looking at all these things and judging your life based on what you've got versus what they've got. And this just creates so much suffering within ourselves. So much suffering if you can allow yourself to detach and be okay with either outcome. Also knowing that you're worthy of it. And if that's not going to come, the universe has something better lined up. You immediately remove the pressure. You immediately open yourself up to receiving whatever it is. It's that whole, I want it, but I don't need it. And I know I'm worthy anyway. Energy that is going to attract what you want. So look inside of you. Ask yourself, what am I attached to? What am I holding on to? What do I fear never achieving? Because it's that fear that's blocking it. The second thing on my little sign is lack. Having grown up in a family where we've heard money doesn't grow on trees. When it's gone, it's gone. All of these limiting beliefs, rich people are greedy, all of these limiting beliefs, but the ones that were the biggest were the fear of it running out, the fear of there never being enough. That was instilled into me from a very young age, and it was very easy to focus on what I don't have, how long it's taking, why aren't I there yet? I need this, I need that, but when it comes, it's going to go. When it comes, people are going to want to take from me. All of these abundance blocks were created, and I lived with them for the longest time. But if we want to create anything in our life, if we want to create abundance, if we want to get the results that we're trying to get, If we want these things, then we have to be in an energy of having, in an energy of abundance, not in an energy of lack. We have to be willing to walk through the world and see there's this and there's this. I mean, look at the sunshine, look at the trees, look at all the leaves. I can walk around the area that I live and there's £1 million houses everywhere. And I can sit there and work out how many millions of pounds worth of real estate am I looking right now. That is an abundance frequency. That's an abundance thought. You can go around your house right now and look at the televisions that you've got, all the equipment that you've got, the furniture. Go and add it all up and then see that as money. Immediately you start having a different mindset about it, a different attitude, a different energy. And guess what that does? It stops you suffering in lack. It stops you feeling that like you'll never have enough. It stops you living in fear. And it allows you to move into having, which is an energy that's aligned to attracting more. It's an energy that leads to gratitude. It's an energy that leads to abundance. If you want to be happy in your life, which way would you prefer to look at it? Through the lens of lack or the lens of abundance? Lack has been one of my biggest blockers in my life, in my business, in my money, in my relationships, in my friendships, in my health. In every single aspect of my life, there was a time when lack was ringing its bell really bloody loudly, and it's all I could see. And the only way to shift it was to start shifting my attitude, my energy, my focus onto what was working, onto what I did have. Even in these moments where I felt like my whole world had fallen apart, there's still some things that you have. And there's still some things that you have that other people would crave for. Some people are lonely. They don't have any family. If you have family, you have such a precious gift in whatever way it is, whether it's still parents, whether it's sisters, siblings, whether it's kids, whether it's animals. They're so precious. And when we start diverting our attention onto what it is that we do have, we are training our brain to seek the positive, seek the good, which means we're training our brain to align to seeing the opportunities that are here for us, the answers to our questions, the solutions to our problems. We're training our brain to pick this up out of our environment instead of picking up on worry and fear. So the last one, and this is something that we are all guilty of, and it's no surprise because life's been made very easy for us. And this is instant gratification. So this is my little thing that I have on my shelf. The 3 sources of all suffering, right? Instant gratification. I can go onto Amazon and buy anything I want and have it tomorrow. Sometimes I can have it the same day. Every e-commerce company out there has the pressure of being able to deliver bam like that. So we can get anything. People are even buying off Temu and Alibaba and Shein and getting things shipped from China within like 7 days, 9 days. New clothes. We can get anything we want and it's all there for us and we don't have to wait. When I was growing up, we had 4 channels on the TV. And then in time, we had Channel 5 appear. In the UK, this was obviously. We didn't have Netflix. We couldn't sit there and binge watch. We had to wait till Christmas for some of our favourite movies to be shown on the TV. We didn't have any of that. Now, we go onto Netflix, we binge watch because we don't want to have to wait for the episodes to be released. We want it now. Now. How much is instant gratification running your life right now? Because then we use the same energy, the same expectation, and we apply it to our business. We apply it to our manifestations. We apply it to our growth, our personal growth, our healing. We'll do a meditation. And then the next day we're like, well, why haven't I got what I want? Why haven't I changed? Why haven't I 100% healed all within 10 minutes? And we're like this. Our brain, I know I sound like I'm taking the mickey a bit, but our brain is like this. We've trained it to be like this. So we end up judging things too soon. We end up judging things early, which means when you think about the law of attraction, the law of quantum physics, the power of observation, we observe things into being. So if we're judging the middle, if we're judging the void, if we're judging the minute we have set an intention and then we judge whether we've got it or not, we're actually observing the lack. We're observing the things that we don't have, which with quantum physics means that's exactly what we experience. So we need to learn patience. I'm not saying we have to sit in an energy of waiting because that's not going to work. But we have to be okay. We have to be able to live our life and move through our life while we're waiting for the things that we're creating, achieving, manifesting. So to stop this suffering, to stop this from contributing to your feeling of lack and not feeling good enough and not living the life that you want, start living your life today. Start living as if all of your dreams are coming true. Start living as if everything is unfolding from the invisible into the visible. But more importantly, start looking around your life and appreciating it and seeing it for what it is. Because there's so much goodness in your life right now. There's so much goodness in you. You are so capable. You're so worthy. You're so skilled. You're so talented. Let go of all of these things that you're holding on to, all of these attachments that you have. And just allow yourself to be in the moment. Allow yourself to be in the energy of having, of appreciating, of gratitude. And when you do this, everything will change. I hope this video has helped shift something in you. And if you know you have some work to do around your self-worth, then I invite you to a brand new, really exciting coaching experience that I have, which is a limited number of people because it's my first beta round. It's going to be incredible. I've had the downloads. I know exactly what we're going to be doing. It's going to be a very intimate group of women. We are going to work on releasing and healing our biggest self-worth wounds so that you can finally let go and relax, knowing that you're enough exactly as you are. You can finally stop grasping and striving and proving and holding on to these things that you think will make you happy. You can finally unlock your magnetic radiance, your divine feminine energy, and allow yourself to receive with ease, with flow, surrendering to the universe and inviting magic and miracles into your life. So if that sounds like something you'd be interested in, make sure you check out that link in the first comment and you'll be able to be one of my beta testers, which at the moment will have a massive discount as well, but only for this first round. So go check that out and I'll see you in the next video.